Alright, so today I'm going to show you a way to make chicken a little healthier. I'm going to use onions, which I've already minced, not really minced, I actually threw these in a food processor. I have a little mini one, and put that in with 2 cloves of garlic, so that's 1 medium onion and 2 cloves of garlic. And then I'm going to use pink Himalayan sea salt, garlic powder, black pepper, and then this little container is what I'm going to call Indian spice for now. My friend Seema concocted this little blend for me, and I've been using it, and it's really nice. So what I have learned with prepping for the Indian dishes is that pretty much they all start the same. So I've added 2 tablespoons of coconut oil into the pan, and I've got that going on medium heat. And once you've got that going, you can go ahead and just add in your onions and garlic. And get that kind of stirred on and flattened out here. And once this gets going, I'm going to go ahead and turn this down to about 4, just a little under medium heat, and just kind of let that start to simmer. And essentially it's going to caramelize is kind of the key with this, but cooking it nice and slow so that you don't burn the garlic is key. So once I get that situated here, I'll just kind of let that cook a bit. Then I'm just going to add in the chicken and let this kind of all cook together. It's a really simple recipe. You'll kind of see how it unfolds as we go. Okay, so when this starts to brown, you're just going to get this started to get kind of scraped up, and I add a bit of Kangen water, 9.5 pH, just to help get the flavors up out of the bottom. As this kind of begins to cook. So one of the things I didn't do was add the spices. That would be helpful. So we're just going to go ahead and add those in. And this is how I measure spices. I don't get out the spoons. I just do it to my liking. It's just a little bit going across the bottom of the pan to cover it. This is a pepper grinder that I'm using to get this. And then the Indian spice, you can see it's about half of a teaspoon. And I'm going to get all that goodness out of there, so I'm just going to rinse that out. I'm out of that spice. So essentially I'm just kind of making a gravy for what the chicken is going to cook in. Just going to add a little bit more water in. And I'm just going based on how thick I want the gravy or the meat, the sauce to cook with the chicken. And everybody's preference is if you want it a little drier, or if you want it more wet. And you can also add in coconut oil as you go. Just going to keep letting that just simmer. And I've still got that cooking at about on a medium heat. Alright, so now this is just starting to get brown. And you don't want it to be completely caramelized yet because we're going to cook the chicken, and the rest it'll caramelize as it goes. But I get it at just about that light brown looking. And I just added a little bit more of the Kangen water. I'm going to go ahead and place the chicken in the pan. Okay, so I've added the chicken in, and this is about a pound of chicken. I'm going to feed about 4 people, 2 kids and 2 adults. So this is, go ahead and let this cook on the bottom, and then I'm just going to go ahead and, these have already been going for a couple minutes, so I'm just going to flip them over. And I'm also going to turn up the heat to about just over medium heat, so just at a 6 on my stove. So once those are all flipped, I'm just going to let them cook on the other side, and then we'll finish it up to the point where everything's pretty much caramelized and looking good. So this is where you're really going to want to watch this, because your chicken, so you don't get it to burn, too much, but by adding this Kangen water in, it'll help you to be able to scrape up that flavoring all at the bottom, which you're going to want to keep that. It's one of the keys my friend taught me, is that you want to make sure to keep that flavor. So just by pushing everything down into itself. One thing I like about that water is it just really picks it up nice. And then you'll start to notice your chicken will start to brown, and you'll start to get a really nice dark coloring with the caramelization. Okay, so now the chicken is pretty much done. Get those flavors once again mixed in. All right. So there we go. The Indian chicken, just paired with some gluten-free orzo salad that I made up, and some sweet potato fries, and some salad, some spinach, and some sprouts. Enjoy!